Hello everyone. Gadget Droid here. The Canon PIXMA TS3720 is one of those all-in-one printers that's designed for people who just want things to work without too much hassle. It's meant for home users, students, or even small workspaces where versatility and ease of use are more important than heavy-duty performance. At first glance, it's got that compact footprint, measuring just 17.2 by 12.9 by 5.8 inches, which means it won't take over your desk the way bigger office printers do. And even though it's small, it still packs in print, copy, and scan functionality. That's the whole appeal of these all-in-ones, you get everything in one device, but in this case, Canon has really leaned into simplicity. You're not going to find overwhelming menus, complicated cartridge systems, or a clunky interface here. Instead, you get a minimal 1.5-inch LCD screen, straightforward ink replacement, and wireless connectivity that feels modern and reliable. Let's start with performance because for any printer, the first question is always, how fast and how good is it? The TS3720 gives you about 7.7 black and white pages per minute and 4 color pages per minute. So, no, it's not the fastest thing out there, especially if you're comparing it to business-class laser printers. But then again, this printer isn't pretending to be for an office with a 100-page report deadline. It's meant for light to medium everyday tasks, school essays, grocery lists, the occasional photo, maybe a boarding pass. And the print resolution is 4800 by 1200p, which is really solid for an entry-level inkjet. That means your text comes out crisp and your photos have that sharpness and vibrancy you expect from Canon's ink technology. And since it supports borderless printing up to 5x7, you can also make small photo prints that look like they came from a lab. That's not something you'll see in every budget printer, and for families or students who like printing photos, it's a big plus. Now, about the ink. The TS3720 keeps things simple with just 2 cartridges, one black and one color. You don't have to deal with 4 or 6 separate tanks, which can be intimidating and expensive for casual users. When you run out, you just swap the whole cartridge, no mess, no complicated maintenance. Of course, the downside is you don't get the same efficiency as multi-cartridge systems, since if one color runs out, you're replacing the whole tricolor cartridge. But Canon clearly designed this for convenience, not heavy-duty savings. And for the average home user, that trade-off makes sense. The setup process is also designed to be painless. Out of the box, you can get this running in just a few minutes, whether you're using a PC, smartphone, or even a Chromebook. Canon's mobile app, Canon PRINT, works well here, and it also supports Apple AirPrint and Mopria, so you don't have to install extra software just to get a quick print from your phone. The connectivity is another highlight. It supports dual-band Wi-Fi, both 24 GHz and 5 GHz, which means you get a stable and reliable connection whether you're in a crowded apartment building with lots of Wi-Fi traffic or a quieter home environment. You can even set it up without a computer, just connect it directly to Wi-Fi from the printer itself. That's a convenience you usually expect on higher-end models, and it makes a difference for people who just want to connect and go. There's also a USB port if you want to hardwire it to a desktop or laptop, but honestly, most people are going to be using it wirelessly. Now, if we look at usability, the 1.5-inch LCD isn't exactly flashy. It's not a touchscreen, and it won't wow anyone. But it's functional. You can navigate the basics, check status, and make quick adjustments. The bigger story here is that Canon clearly assumes most people will be controlling the printer through their phone or computer, not through the tiny display. And in practice, that's true. I think that's a good balance. Spend less on a screen, put more effort into the wireless ecosystem. Paper handling is basic but practical. The maximum paper size is 8.5 by 14 inches, so it covers legal-size documents. You can print everything from standard letter size to envelopes, glossy photo paper, and even 5 by 5 square prints. The maximum sheet capacity is 60 sheets, which again shows that this is meant for light use. If you're printing 200 pages a week, you're going to find yourself constantly reloading paper. But for casual home use, that's not a big deal. There's no auto-duplexing, so if you want double-sided prints, you're doing it manually by flipping the paper. That's one of those limitations that keeps this printer affordable, but it's worth noting for students who print a lot of essays and reports. Something I really like here is the creativity angle. Canon includes access to Poster Artist Online, which is a free web-based tool where you can design posters, banners, and signs. That's not just a gimmick, it's actually useful for school projects, home events, or even small businesses who want to create simple signage without hiring a designer. Paired with the printer's ability to handle different paper types, it gives you more flexibility than just print documents. The scanner is a flat